Welcome to the DevArt YouTube channel. Our company is a vendor of database development and management software. In this video, we are going to talk about the MySQL Database Management System. This topic is rather vast, but we will try to briefly and clearly cover its main points. If you are willing to learn more about MySQL, dbForge tools for it, and MySQL best practices, subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and stay in the know of the latest database news. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word database? Each person can answer this question in their own way. One can imagine a database is a huge filing system in a library or a police office. The other will think of accounting ledgers. Someone will remember a school register, and someone, a hefty file that contains loads of information. All these people have a point. Let us study a database outside the tech environment. If you look at databases from a pre-computer perspective, the previously stated examples have some common features. There is a data medium, data storage system, and the data itself. The data medium is paper. Data itself is what's written on that paper, which is obviously the most valuable part. And finally, a storage system is a set of simple rules that allow recording and retrieving necessary data. For example, a catalog of books in alphabetical order. As you can see from the examples, the logic of such databases is based on a certain hierarchical structure. If you would like to find a book, you will have to know its name or author. However, if you only remember a short passage from the text, you might have to skim all the books in the library to find it. Databases built according to this principle are called hierarchical. Now, let us fast forward to our modern computer age and look at the concept of a database in the modern context. So what has changed? The storage media have now become electronic, and the data is located either on machines or in the cloud. The users enter data in various forms. All this variety is managed by special software called a database management system. The first DBMSs were also organized on a hierarchical principle, but they were soon replaced by Relational Database Management Systems, RDBMSs. The relational model is radically different from the hierarchical one. The former uses the ability to search the database by content rather than by an associated navigation system. What is a relational database, or a relational database management system? Relational databases are usually defined as databases that store data in a structured tabular format with rows and columns, and use SQL language to manage the data. The SQL language is used for both data access and database management. A database table consists of rows, also called records, and columns, also called attributes or fields. Each column contains a certain type of data, such as text, numbers, dates, and so on. Organized this way, relational databases provide easy access to data. You can imagine a relational database as a huge bookcase full of various books, all with different names. Database tables pretty much resemble these books. Each book contains information and has a name that is unique with this particular bookcase. Similarly, each table in a single database has to have a unique name. However, other databases or bookcases can have tables with the same names. Each book consists of pages. Those pages represent data or table records. So when you need to find something in a book, how do you do it? You go to the subject index to find out the page number, and then you look for the corresponding page in the book. The primary key is the page number in our example. It allows you to find or unambiguously identify a specific record in a database. MySQL is one of the most popular relational database management systems on the market today. It's a powerful RDBMS with a rich history. It's compatible with a bunch of operational systems. Thanks to being released under an open source license, MySQL was once widely used in web development in combination with PHP. However, soon it became a full-fledged enterprise-level DBMS. Let us see how. The inception. MySQL was created by the Swedish company MySQL AB back in 1985. The developers of the platform were Michael Vidanius, Monty, David Axmark, and Alan Larson. Their main goal was to provide efficient and reliable data management capabilities for both home and professional use. Over half a dozen alpha and beta versions of the platform had been released by 2000. These versions were compatible with almost all major platforms. Open source status. Initially the property of MySQL AB, the MySQL DB platform went open source in 2000 under the GNU General Public License, GPL. The number of third-party developers has increased significantly after that. Business expansion and the first lawsuit. In 2000-2001, MySQL version 3.23 was released. Being simple and open, MySQL had gained steady popularity among home and professional users by this time. Moreover, the rapid development of Internet technologies had also given its development a boost. By 2001, the platform had 1 million active installs. During this period, MySQL AB also faced the first major lawsuit in June of 2001, which was resolved in February 2002. Private owners came to a settlement agreement. A shift in strategy. The MySQL platform continued to gain popularity and had been able to boast 4 million active installations by the end of 2003. In 2004, the company decided to focus more on recurring revenue than one-time licensing fees. The strategy proved profitable, and the company ended the year with $20 million of revenue. Oracle acquires Innobase. In 2005, Oracle acquired Innobase, the company that developed a storage engine that allowed MySQL to provide such functionality as transactions and foreign keys. MySQL Network, developed on the basis of Red Hat Network, was launched in the same year. All of these changes and developments were included in MySQL version 5.0, which significantly expanded the set of features available to both individual and corporate users. Further Oracle acquisitions. In 2006, Oracle also acquired SleepyCat, and this way got the Berkeley DB transactional storage engine. However, this acquisition did not change much. In the meantime, the popularity of MySQL was growing non-stop. In 2006, there were already 8 million active installations. In the same year, MySQL had 320 employees in 25 countries. The hallmark of MySQL employees was that 70% of them worked from home thanks to the platform's open-source code. Sun Microsystems acquires MySQL. In January 2008, MySQL was acquired by Sun Microsystems for $1 billion. The founders and co-founders of MySQL AB didn't approve of that decision. At the time, MySQL DB was already popular among large corporations, banks, and telecommunication companies. The CEO of Sun Microsystems, Jonathan Schwartz, called MySQL the backbone of the web economy. In November 2008, MySQL version 5.1 was released, which had been under development since November 2005. Oracle buys Sun Microsystems and MySQL. The acquisition of MySQL by Sun failed to bring the desired results. In April 2009, Sun Microsystems and Oracle Corporation came to an agreement whereby Oracle was to acquire Sun Microsystems along with the copyright to the MySQL source code and trademark. Taking into account all its legal subtleties, the transaction was completed in January 2010 and the acquisition of MySQL by Oracle became official. Since MySQL dbMS was already quite popular, Oracle did not opt for radical changes and left most everything as it was. At the moment of purchase, more than 100 million copies of MySQL database were downloaded or distributed. MySQL 5.7 was released in 2013. At the same time, MySQL developers were working on a new kernel and version 8.0 came out in 2016. The latest release of MySQL 8.0.30 saw the world on July 26, 2022. However, many of the users are faithful to the MySQL 5.7 that is still supported. Version 5.7.38 was released on March 21, 2022. Sakila is the name of the dolphin in the MySQL logo. Interestingly, the MySQL sample database carries the same name and mimics databases used in movie rental shops. The Sakila DB is designed to demonstrate the functionality of MySQL and all its advantages. It contains 16 tables and 7 views. So why is MySQL that popular? The answer lies in its undeniable advantages. Let's review those one by one. Flexibility of open source. MySQL is an open source software, which means that it can be downloaded, used, and modified by the community as needed. It's free and easy to master. The MySQL source code can be examined and modified depending on the requirements. MySQL is distributed under the terms of the GNU General Public License that determines what you can and cannot do with the software in specific situations. High performance. MySQL uses its memory efficiently, ensuring data consistency with no redundancy. Hence, data access and manipulation are as fast as possible. Scalability. If a system can easily handle both small and large amounts of data, or even database clusters, it can be called scalable. The MySQL server was designed to work with large databases, so small ones are not a problem either. Support for multiple data types. MySQL supports various data types, both well-established and recently added. The former includes integers, integer, floating point numbers, float, double numbers, double, characters, char, variable length strings, varchar, text, text, binary large objects, blob, dates, date, time, timestamp. And the latter includes JSON arrays and geodata, spatial data types, geometry, point, line string, polygon, multipoint, multistring, multipolygon, geometry collection. Support for multiple character sets. MySQL supports various character sets including Latin 1, CP1252 character encoding, German, UGIS, other Unicode character sets, etc. Security. MySQL offers encryption using the Secure Sockets Layer (SSL) protocol, data masking, authentication plugins, and other layers of security to protect data integrity. The MySQL Enterprise package also includes firewall protection against cyber attacks. Support for large databases. MySQL supports large databases that can contain 40 to 50 million records, 150,000 to 200,000 tables, and up to 5 billion rows. Client and utility programs. MySQL Server is self-sufficient. It comes with many client and utility programs. In addition, there are lots of third-party MySQL programs that are easier to use and provide more functionality. MySQL client programs are written in different languages by different developers and have different licenses. Let us take a closer look at the two of the most popular tools, MySQL Workbench and dbForge Studio for MySQL, which can noticeably improve the code writing speed by up to 53% and significantly save time on routine. Let's first focus on MySQL Workbench. MySQL Workbench is a visual database design tool that integrates SQL development, administration, database design, and maintenance. It's a standard cross-platform MySQL development solution. It is compatible with Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. MySQL Workbench is included in the standard MySQL installation package that you can download from mysql.com. There are 3 MySQL Workbench editions. Community Edition, which is distributed under the free GNU General Public License. Standard Edition, which is available via annual paid subscription and includes additional features that improve the productivity of developers and DBAs. An Enterprise Edition designed for corporate users, those using MySQL Enterprise. Let's look at the main features of MySQL Workbench Community Edition. It allows you to represent a database model graphically. It has a visual and functional mechanism for establishing relationships between tables, including many-to-many ones, and then creating a relationship table. With the reverse engineering feature, you can reconstruct a table structure from a database that already exists on the server. In InnoDB, table relationships will be restored automatically through MyISAM. You will have to set those manually. The SQL query editor that comes with the Workbench Community Edition allows both entering code and executing it, sending a request to the server, and receiving a result in a table format. With Workbench, you can also edit table data in visual mode. Now let's move on to dbForge Studio for MySQL. It is a universal IDE for developing, managing, and administering MySQL databases that is much more functional than the standard MySQL Workbench. The Studio is developed for Windows but is also supported on Linux and Mac OS. The solution comes in 4 editions: Express, a free one, followed by Standard, Professional, and Enterprise. These editions differ by functionality. You can also download a free, full-featured 30-day trial and test the tool before purchasing. The diverse functionality of dbForge Studio for MySQL will suit both beginners and experienced database developers. We could be talking about the tool's wide functionality for more than an hour, but it's better to try something yourself than to hear about it. Here are just some of the features that dbForge Studio for MySQL has: code completion, code formatting, query builder, debugger, code refactoring, database diagram, schema compare, data generator, backup and restore. Let's discuss some of them in further detail. Developers with at least basic experience know that code writing can be rather tiring, especially when it comes to working with multiple code fragments of the same type. dbForge Studio for MySQL boasts advanced context-sensitive code completion functionality, which is a great helper. In addition to this, in the Studio, you can quickly view object definitions and rename database objects on the fly. The auto-formatting feature allows users to format code using different predefined formatting profiles. Query Builder is a visual tool that allows creating any sort of MySQL queries, from simple lookups to complex joins. It has rich configuration options and helps build and edit complex MySQL queries in a few clicks. You don't need to sweat creating complex queries anymore. Just draw your query on a diagram. This can be particularly useful for beginners. The built-in debugger allows you to identify problems with the code of stored procedure and triggers already at the development stage. Right in the SQL editor, you can set the breakpoints, go through the code line by line, step in and out routines, procedures, and functions, as well as evaluate variable values and query results at each iteration. The refactoring functionality is helpful when it comes to modifying the database schema. This task requires significant resources, and dbForge Studio for MySQL makes it possible to automate this process. The Studio's intelligent refactoring finds all references to the renamed object in a matter of moments. This dramatically reduces the risk of errors and helps maintain the integrity of the database. The Database Diagram tool of dbForge Studio graphically shows the structure of the database and displays the dependencies that exist between tables and other database objects. Those are easier to track and verify visually in the form of EER diagrams. Database diagrams are displayed directly in the Object Browser window. This makes looking for dependencies more convenient. The Schema and Data Compare functionality allows you to flawlessly compare and synchronize database objects and data and identify and deploy data and schema changes. Whether you need to synchronize changes or simply explore the differences between two MySQL or MariaDB databases, this feature will help you get the job done quickly and accurately by displaying the differences in a handy differences viewer. With the Data Generator feature, you can automate the process of filling databases with the test data. Studio's Data Generator supports all existing MySQL data types, contains more than 200 out-of-the-box data generation algorithms, and ensures the required data integrity. More than that, you can configure the generators, create the new ones, preview data in real time, and schedule routine data generation tasks. Another powerful functionality of the Studio for MySQL is Backup and Restore. It allows creating a full-fledged database backup and then restoring a database from that if and when necessary. A convenient and functional wizard makes the database backup creation an easy task. Thanks to this feature of the Studio, you can always prevent data loss because of emergency or technical failure. There are several useful tricks that will help you effectively organize the backup creation process and rationally use disk space. Compress your backups, keep only a certain number of backups, automatically delete obsolete backups. You can create a database backup both from the wizard and from the command line, and the latter allows you to automate and schedule this operation. This is just a tiny part of the features that dbForge Studio for MySQL has. We didn't have the time to tell you about the query profiler, documenter, reporting and analysis tools, and many more. If you would like to learn more about those, you can find all these links in the description below. We sincerely hope you find this video helpful and interesting. Please leave a comment and share your opinion about it. We would really appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe to our channel, where we publish lots of useful information. Share this video with your friends or colleagues interested in learning more about MySQL or other database management systems. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you next time.